Yosh, Ikuzo, Daredevil, Born Again. Holy crap. Listen, man, I know Marvel shows, TV shows have been, hit or miss here and there, whatever. And I know that I believe everybody was just wanted the original Netflix when all those weird ass shows started coming out and they started getting super creative. It kind of went off the rails. And the only thing that we really attached, and I say we as a royal we, the general mass audience, anybody who had Netflix back then, Daredevil. Daredevil was the show that really brought something to the table. And I'm not sure whether it's the characters, the way they're represented in that storyline, whether it's maybe the tone or maybe the writing or specific elements that kind of made it the Marvel TV show. And then Disney Plus happened, and now we're here. So, what happens now that the dust has settled, Fox has sold off all the rights, and Disney has absorbed that Netflix Defenders team? Now, I'm not sure if this is a result of climate change, politically and environmental, a sort of thing that has been building up to this moment, or if it's a thing that has adapted to the current state of what we are feeling. Because again, I don't know what made Daredevil the show. Yes, it always had that sick fighting choreography. It was the show that introduced the hallway fighting scenes, and they brought a lot to the table. So when everyone's talking about Daredevil coming back to Disney Plus, I don't necessarily go, oh yay, more Disney Plus shows, right? So you kind of go into this, but I think we all knew that we were expecting something different. And maybe different is that TV M rating, MA, mature audience. Because, goddamn, when the show starts off by, spoilers, offing off one of its leads, okay, sure, I get it. Everybody's getting fired, and I don't know, maybe they couldn't renew his contract or something, but everything that has led up to this, Netflix shows, everything included, has been gone for a while. And I wasn't sure if the emotions were going to mean anything. When you go through these things, stories are just another way of viewing emotions through a different lens. And goddamn, seeing that opening, there's so much to talk about how art happens and all that, but story-wise, seeing that opening happen, you go from something like the sounds of New York to just another day in the streets, talking shit and getting a brewski, to the worst day of your life. The loss of a friend. A guiding anchor. A reflection point taken away. These characters that we've spent, I don't know how many years, maybe 8, but with, didn't really mean much to me per se. But seeing those actors, or Charlie Cox, go through the emotions in that just fucking happened naturally. Or not naturally, but boom, 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 like life. It felt real. And I felt those emotions, man. And that's the first 15 minutes. Maybe it's because it's a mature audience. Maybe it's because the Daredevil team has something to prove. But from the first episode, this is something different. We've said that before many times when it comes to Marvel shows or whatever, superheroes things. But so in a way, it's not really that different. Oh, hi, she's there. In a way, it's not really that different, but it is different because comics, as we know them, came in a integral part of our rebuilding. In a time of mass destruction, in an era of shock, isolation, terror, comic books were created, superheroes, comics heroes were created to give people an ideal, an aspiration, something to limits to reach that were superhuman, unnatural. But we ate that shit up, man. It inspired us. It gave us Spider-Man. The poorest white kid with the coolest superpowers. And everybody loved that shit. So where Daredevil walks that fine line of becoming the monster you know you are, and being the person you want to become. Not always the same things at the same time. But for some people, for most people, I want to say for all people, there is a period of self-identity that needs to be experienced. I don't know if there is an easier way to experience what it means to become a human with emotions in this generation. Every generation, people don't change. We just get better at doing the things that we do. So when this show goes fucking hard on the hot topic of how Wilson Fisk is now the elected mayor of New York, there's just a lot. There's a lot to unpack here. There's a lot to handle. But it's not for nothing, man. From the opening of this show, you can see how much cinematography there is. Every shot has purpose, and every angle finds beauty, even in the most darkest elements. And that's art. That's fucking art. There's people out there, or there is someone at least, who wrote the script to really say something. Really fucking say something about what the fuck we're doing. This is just the first episode. I have no idea if it's gonna keep up the quality. I have no idea if it's gonna go further. But like the devil of Hell's Kitchen, needs to be said. Of course, there is a devil in this universe. If there is an ounce of hope in this shit show of a circus, a stage play, Shakespeare said it best himself, then you best fucking believe there is a boogeyman out there who does not give a fuck about your values, who does not shit about how stressful your situation is. Hey, Marvel is one of the biggest media outlets at this moment in this generation, right? In this generation. So yes, that's what we got today. Episode 1, Daredevil, Born Again. There's a lot to unpack, man. This is a beautifully themed art piece. I'm getting ahead of myself, but god damn, I'm fucking excited for how far this series can go, what they might do, and if it really is that strong of a personal battle, I'd really like to see that. I think a lot of people should see that and maybe need to see that. Because again, just because the devil exists, that doesn't mean you can't stand up for yourself. So, that being said, it's been your boy, EXP, 666 Stitch, wishing you a better day, better tomorrow, and a beautiful election. But until then, ciao. Matane.